Hello, my name is Robbie Ludmann, and my favorite part of the brain is the amygdala. What is the amygdala? The amygdala is a small structure within your brain, with an important role to sense danger, regulate your emotions, and process emotions. The amygdala is made up of two parts within the temporal lobes, and it is also made up of neurons and glial cells. The amygdala is part of the limbic system, which is a group of structures within the brain that regulate emotions, memories, behaviors, and various other functions. And it also looks like an almond. Why was the amygdala important to human evolution? The amygdala controls fear, which is important to human survival, especially thousands of years ago. Along with fear, the amygdala controls anxiety, which is known to have helped our ancestors to survive from threats. Anxiety developed to keep humans from being isolated, which would have put them at a greater risk of threats and chances of survival. From the anxiety keeping people from being isolated, people were more likely to join together within groups, making it important to reproduction and a sense of belonging. Processing emotions. The amygdala makes first impressions of events, whether they be happy, sad, or confusing. The amygdala quickly and unconsciously processes the information of an event and sends the information to different parts of the brain. It also uses past experiences to form impressions on new experiences. If an experience or person in the past is linked to negative memories, the amygdala will tell the other parts of the brain that this new experience is also negative. It is also the part of the brain that activates the flight or fight response, which is an automatic stress response that our brains use to keep us safe from events that we may view as dangerous. Our eyes and our ears send information to the amygdala, where the amygdala may or may not perceive the experienced event as dangerous. If it is perceived as dangerous, the amygdala sends a distress call to the hypothalamus, which communicates through the autonomic nervous system. The hypothalamus activates the sympathetic nervous system, and then our bodies react with a faster heartbeat, a burst of energy, sweating, and heightened senses. The amygdala is also responsible for linking significant emotional experiences to memories. These emotional memories can be anxiety-provoking, fearful, depressing, or even happy. An example of memories being linked to emotional experiences is someone saying, "It smells like summer outside," where that individual may have had happy and nostalgic memories linked to the summer. On the other hand, many people that suffer from PTSD have an overactive amygdala, often having feelings of reliving a traumatic event that they had experienced. An increased level of stress can also make the emotional memories found in the amygdala more intense. For the next couple slides, I'm going to go over two emotions that differ from each other, but are still controlled by the amygdala in different ways. Anger. The amygdala quickly receives information about potential threats, with an emotional response being triggered. In this case, it is anger. The amygdala then sends information to different parts of the brain, such as the prefrontal cortex, which plays a role in emotional regulation. When the information of the perceived threat reaches the prefrontal cortex can control the initial response from the amygdala and regulate aggressive behaviors. With the amygdala being an important component of how we handle stress, too much stress can cause the amygdala to be overactive, and with an overactive amygdala, individuals are more likely to resort to aggression or anger. Pleasure. The amygdala processes rewarding stimuli by sending information to the nucleus accumbens as well as the ventral tegmental area, also known as the VTA. By sending the information here, the amygdala is telling our brains that the event we experienced was pleasurable. Although the amygdala processes emotions from negative experiences, it also processes emotions from positive ones. A positive, pleasurable memory is linked to the amygdala, where if we smell, see, or hear something that is similar, pleasurable stimuli we experienced in the past, we will identify that experience to a positive one. Memory and learning. Through the amygdala, we use our memories to learn. If we have an emotional memory of a particular event, our amygdala will remember the feeling and apply it to similar events. We learn through rewards, while also using positive and negative reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is offering a rewarding stimuli to a desired behavior so that in the future, the individual will continue this behavior. Negative reinforcement is removing an unpleasant stimuli to increase a desired behavior so that the individual will increase this behavior in the future. We see the use of positive and negative reinforcement frequently in classrooms at a young age, and it continues to shape our actions throughout our lives. All in all, the amygdala has many important functions, whether it be processing emotions or regulating fear, which keeps us safe from potential threats. The amygdala is important in learning, memory, stress, and many other parts of what makes us who we are, and that is why it is my favorite part of the brain.